Manchester United are all set to extend the contract of their 28-year-old centre-back Victor Lindelof for another year. According to Daily Star, Manchester United are ready to extend the contract of Victor Lindelof. The 28-year-old centre-back has managed to revive himself of late, and his performances have impressed their boss Erik ten Hag. The Dutch manager is now keen on extending the Sweden international's contract. Lindelof came through the ranks at Benfica before joining Manchester United in the summer of 2017. The then United boss Jose Mourinho signed the 28-year-old from the Portuguese club for £32 million. He has played an important role at the club since joining them. However, injuries have been a major roadblock for the Sweden international, and they have seen him fall down the pecking order at the club. Lindelof has featured in over 220 matches for the Red Devils. While he was an important part of their first team for quite a few years, the 28-year-old has fallen down the pecking order over the last 2 seasons. But injuries to Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez have helped him get an extended run in the team. And the Sweden international has produced some exceptional performances. He has featured in 27 matches in the ongoing season and has been on the pitch for over 1,750 minutes. His contract at the club runs until the summer of 2024. With just over 12 months left in his contract, the club do not intend on losing out on the 28-year-old on the cheap in the upcoming summer transfer window. And neither do they want to lose out on him for free in the following summer window. Manchester United have the option to extend his ongoing contract for another year, and they are ready to trigger the clause to keep him at the club until the summer of 2025. With Harry Maguire's future uncertain, it looks like the right move. His performances as well as his behaviour off the field despite not being a first-team regular have impressed the Manchester United manager, and he is keen on having the £32 million star in his ranks for next season. He has been doing a decent for the Red Devils over the past few, and whatever happens until the end of the season, he is expected to be a part of their team for another. The only way Manchester United could consider selling him is if they receive an offer close to what they had paid to acquire his services. Manchester United are ahead of the queue for Achraf Hakimi as they could leapfrog Chelsea for the Paris Saint-Germain star. Football Insider insists Manchester United lead the race to sign Achraf Hakimi, who could leave PSG in the summer. Chelsea have had a long-standing interest in the Morocco international, but their situation could force them to bow out of the chase for the £50 to £60 million rated fullback. Achraf Hakimi continues to have a good season personally, but he will fondly remember the run with Morocco to the World Cup semi-final more than the exploits with Paris Saint-Germain. The French side had paid huge amounts of money for the fullback in the hope of becoming a European superpower. However, with the current crop of players, they have not conquered their objectives, which has led them to plan for a rebuild in the summer. While they are reportedly prepared to invest significantly, PSG could sell some top stars, including Hakimi. There's no shortage of interest in the Morocco international, but only a handful of sides could pay what's required to sign the £50 to £60 million rated fullback. Chelsea have been keen for some time, but they have problems to deal with before finding the cash for Hakimi. The Blues already have Reece James and Malo Gusto, who will join them in the summer. With the right-back position more or less secured on paper, only a new twist could allow Chelsea to plot a fresh move for Hakimi. There's interest from Real Madrid in James, and if he gets sold, then the Morocco star could become their primary replacement target. With their contingent situation, Manchester United could leapfrog Chelsea in the race for Hakimi. The £50 to £60 million rated fullback may fall within their range as Erik ten Hag looks to revamp the right-back position. After spending the bare minimum in January, Manchester United could have the necessary budget to improve multiple areas of their squad. With Aaron Wan-Bissaka's future doubtful, they will look at a high-profile name as a replacement for the English fullback. Hakimi remains a top-notch option for ten Hag, and his age profile points towards a long-term investment. The Morocco international could consider moving to Old Trafford, particularly if they qualify for the Champions League. Manchester United are certainly looking at other options in the market, but if Hakimi becomes available, he will climb up to the top of their list. Meanwhile, the Red Devils will look to open talks with PSG to come to a consensus on the fee for the Morocco international. Despite Manchester United leapfrogging their rivals, Chelsea remains a firm contender. Much will happen in the summer, but if PSG decides to sell, Hakimi will have plenty of lucrative options to continue his career. Inter Milan are ready to sell Andre Onana for €50 million and above, with Premier League clubs interested in the Cameroonian. According to FC Inter News via Sport Witness, Manchester United and Chelsea must pay €50 million or more for Andre Onana. The Inter Milan keeper has come on their radar ahead of the summer window, with the Italian club eager to cash in on the Cameroonian in the close season. Andre Onana has taken his time to become a mainstay in this Inter Milan side. There was a period of adaptability, but the Cameroonian has ousted Samir Handanovic to claim the number 1 spot under Simone Inzaghi this season. However, as things look right now, it may be his last season with the club. Inter Milan have sensed a market opportunity with the 27-year-old Premier League target and could sell him in the summer. €50 million is their asking price for the player who arrived for free from Ajax last July. With the financial problems engulfing the Nerazzurri, a top sale remains on the card in the next window. Manchester United and Chelsea are two sides keen on the 27-year-old target. Both Premier League sides may dip into the market for a new shot stopper due to their respective problems. At Old Trafford, David De Gea looks set to sign a new deal and remain as Erik ten Hag's number 1, but the manager also needs an alternative option. De Gea hasn't worked brilliantly the whole season and was occasionally guilty of some terrible displays. Hence, Ten Hag wants someone who might challenge the order of things at Old Trafford and make a claim for the starting spot. With Dean Henderson also expected to depart, the squad has a vacant spot for a new goalkeeper. Whether the Red Devils remain open to paying €50 million or more remains the question, but Ten Hag could invest properly if the right option becomes available. Chelsea are open to making an offer if the price is right. Chelsea could sell Kepa Arrizabalaga and Edouard Mendy when the window opens. They could look to bring a new option based on the new manager's request, but for now, they could try to sign Onana from Inter. The price tag may pose an issue for the Blues, but they might negotiate with Inter. Meanwhile, nothing has been mentioned about Onana's desire for his career. However, at the prices mentioned, any club is unlikely to pay €50 million for the 27-year-old target, let alone forking out more.